So first, what are we trying to protect? To answer this, we need to map the critical assets in the organization. An asset is any IT element that holds business importance. We can think of many ways to map the organizational assets. And now I will propose one of them. So a good starting point would be to list the primary business segments of the organization. Every company has its own way of classifying their business lines and business segments, similar to the way done in companies' 10Ks or annual reports. It could be segmented by target markets, lines of products, or geographical one, any other division that makes sense. The next step would be to further segment each business segment by stakeholders, customers, suppliers, and employees. And we start to ask questions. Who are the customers of each business segment? How do I reach them? How do I communicate with them? How do I retain them? How do I provide them with the service or product I produce? On top of that, we can ask, who are the relevant suppliers for each business segment? What information do I share with them? How do I pay them? How do I manage my orders? And the same goes for the employees. Who are the employees of each business segment? What systems do they use to do their job? What are the outputs of their work, and how does those get created? How do they communicate with each other? How do they collaborate? When we try to answer those questions, we start revealing the systems and the IT infrastructure that enables business operation to run smoothly. And those are your assets. Let's illustrate this framework with a simple example to make things a little bit easier to understand. I arbitrarily selected a company to showcase this concept, and I chose Yum Brands, which owns the subsidiaries of Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell, and some others. I just want to say that Yum is not Simole's customer, and I don't have any personal relationship with them whatsoever. I simply took their 10K reports to serve as an example. So, looking at their business section at the beginning of the report, we can see that Yum classify their operation by brands and geographies to 5 segments: China, India, Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell. When doing this process in your own organization, I recommend diving one layer deeper into the actual income statement and identify the specific line items that comprise each business segment. The more granular work we do in this stage, the more accurate is our ability eventually to evaluate the business impact of each asset and its associated risks. But for now, I'll keep things simple and leave our discussion at the higher level. For the sake of the example, I wrote only 3 business segments out of the 5. You can see Pizza Hut and KFC and Taco Bell on the board. So let's take Pizza Hut and focus on that segment. We want to ask questions about each type of stakeholder. So let's start with customers. How do Pizza Hut manage the relationship with the customers? That is the CRM system. How customers reach Pizza Hut? That's the company website. And how the Pizza Hut bill them? That's the billing system. We go on and ask these type of questions about every stakeholders we have, and together with the IT and security managers within the organization, we get a list of all critical assets that have an impact on our business. The types of assets I show here are just generic. These are generic examples, and each organization will have its own unique assets to protect. I just listed some common ones.